Hey, we're here again. All right, we were there. I'm in. It's like freaking flowers during springtime, and the weather's not quite right. Uh, so anyway, what's up, guys? I'm Josh Mabry, alongside the lovely Soul, here for another episode of Ruckus Wrap It Up. Thank you all so much for joining us every week as we wrap up not just the football that is football, and we will definitely get into that, but the other things going on in the sports world. Some of the obscure, some of the relevant, some of the not relevant, but we're going to bring it to you anyway. So, how are we doing?
Doing good, doing good. I know that both you and I are a little sick. Me in the coughing manner, so if I do cough a little bit during the show, I apologize. If Josh throws up on screen, he apologizes. That's the type of sick that he is right now. But even when we're sick, we're here for you.
Jordan flu game coming at you, brought to you by REV Sports. Yes, but speaking about trying to get back to where they need to be, the Reds, right? They keep doing the thing, and we're 4 games now behind 500 because we beat St. Louis. I don't know what the score is tonight. Today. I haven't checked. My phone hasn't told me that the Reds have lost. So far we're okay. But let's just close out the season on a high horse. Is basically all I want. I want us, and right now we're still fighting. Okay, it's 1-1. Thank you. Hey guys, I know sign language. Yeah, not really, but still. What I was saying is, yeah, we're still. I just want us just to play hard, and hopefully we'll probably get a new manager. Don't know, but yeah, it's just the Reds, and they're allergic to 500. With that,
Do you
but
think a new manager can fix it?
yeah, his rotations and stuff. I just don't like his. I don't like his managing.
Mm,
For that. But the problem is the upper office. I want them to sell the team. So,
mm.
and I know they're not because they just do well enough to get people excited and get people in butts and seats, and they're okay with that without overspending to get a team out there. Because I mean, obviously the Reds aren't going to match what the Yankees and Dodgers can do as far as spending,
Right.
or the Mets with Cohen there. But I I'm enjoying the fact that we have Ellie. I know it's a broken record, but he is a a generational talent that I haven't seen in a while from his athleticism. So, but we'll be okay. Like I said, at this point I just want the Orioles to win it because they're just a fun team. But we shall see because the Mets are creeping. They're creeping.
Hmm. But they're also the Mets.
And they're like the Jets of baseball. Like they'll find a way. But that's all I've got for running the bases because we're getting ready to get to the postseason. We're like a month away, and then we will really start breaking it down for you all because that's what I really love is playoff
Hmm.
baseball.
October.
October, man. Yeah, I literally just I
What a
was
beautiful
obviously
month.
yeah, and speaking about baseball, it wouldn't be what happened if we didn't give our thoughts and just thank yous to the man, the myth, the legend, legend that is James Earl Jones. The
Hmm.
reason I'm bringing that up in the baseball segment, obviously, he gave a great speech about people will come, Ray, in the field of dreams and how baseball is just so romantic and it's a great movie. I love that thing.
To
And
quote
then
another
Sandlot,
movie, it's hard not to be romantic about baseball.
yeah, Moneyball. And yeah, I feel like I have that movie in the back of my hand at this point. Such a good movie.
A
Anyway,
movie both of us love. If
yes.
you've been around Rev long enough, you know about both of our loves for the movie Moneyball.
Yeah, and then obviously in the Sandlot playing the blind dog Hercules' dog owner in
Hmm.
that, and just I will never forget them knocking on the door and just why that it really hit them, put a nice bow on the movie and childhood and growing up just playing with your buddies and not real and the adolescence that they went through of them knocking on the door and he was just like, "Would you knock on the door? I would have gotten it for you." To talk about the baseball, and they're just like, "I told you, you go," and the whole time they
Hmm.
think he's some big scary guy, and he
Right.
wasn't. Anyway, just RIP to James Earl
Yeah.
Jones, who obviously is a legend in movie and obviously doing just bringing us so much joy
Yeah.
from all of his great talent. So thank you,
In all
sir.
aspects, all movies that he's been in, yeah,
Hmm.
will be greatly missed.
Yes.
And his movies are on repeat all the
Hmm.
time.
Yeah. So But yeah, thank you. I just always say is just thank you. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
for everything you've given us as far as entertainment, and that will continue to give us even after you're gone. So thank you, James,
Thank you,
for
James.
all you can do. Moving on to Hug It, Chug It, Football. We're back, baby, fully in effect. We had like week 0 with college football, and we had week 1 with college football, but now we've got both at the same time, and it's such a
You're
great
feeling good?
feeling good. I know my stomach's not feeling great, but I myself spiritually is feeling good because football is officially back. Breaking down some things, I will go over the scores later, but there are a couple of things that I do want to get to. Obviously, if you woke up Sunday, you're like, what the hell is going on? It was like waking up during the PGA Championship and saying, what the hell is going on with Scotty Scheffler? This time it was Tyreek Hill. He was pulled over for speeding roughly 3 hours before the Dolphins season opener against the Jaguars, and then celebrates a touchdown with Waddle handcuffing him. That's a great picture. By
Mm-hmm.
the way, if anyone's ever looked it up, I don't think we have it on the slides, but look it up. It's funny, and when as soon as he scored a touchdown, I mean, people were just saying, do it because it's Tyreek. You know he's going
Right.
to just whatever. But yeah, the Dolphins ended up winning, and they were behind the 8 ball a lot, and they pulled it
Mm-hmm.
out. And then also, if you want us to break down stats and all the other grandeur, go and watch the Fantasy F around with me and Tushka every Monday, and we break down stats and all that as far as individually for those type of things. So go watch that. We'll just break down as far as storylines and stuff within the scuttlebutt that is the league, and also with the scores and how that works out with that. But basically, Tyreek put out a statement saying, "My whole life is all about accountability. How can I get better? I will say I could have been better. I could have let my window I let my down my window in that instant. But the thing about me is, man, I don't want attention. I don't want there to be cameras out, phones on you in that moment. But at the end of the day, I'm human. I've got to follow the rules. I got to do what everyone else would do. Now, does that give them the right to literally beat the dog out of me? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, I wish I could go back and do things a little bit differently. Danny Torres, a 27-year veteran with the Miami-Dade Police Department, is currently on administration duties while an internal affairs investigation on the incident is going on. More things kind of came out about this. Obviously, you saw the body cam footage, which police are supposed to de-escalate, and they escalated the
Yeah.
situation. Granted, yes, the window thing, he was in his legal right, but he didn't make it any easier with that situation with the
Right.
window thing. As far as just going the two sides, obviously the Torres deserves to be reprimanded in some type of form because they didn't de-escalate they just made it
Right.
more. They got real on their high horse, even though they're on motorcycles, but they're on their high horse of just trying to, oh, you don't really window pull on me, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That now the car, we always say, like, when you have those type of cars, you are in a magnifying glass on the road. As far as police it doesn't matter who's in the car because it was tinted windows. They didn't know who it was. They just saw the exotic car, saw it. Yeah, he was probably speeding, but they just love pulling those over. And that's just across the nation. They always do that. Doesn't matter what they are.
You would assume, though, that right outside of the stadium, you would think, this might be like an executive or a famous person or a player.
You would have thought that too with the PGA. He's literally going to the course.
Right.
I mean, it's just. Now, he was on the phone with his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, and then a couple of players did come over. I know Calais Campbell, which he's a big dude. If anyone knows, I think he's like 6'8", 300 pounds. Like he's not a small human being,
Big
but he
boy.
basically, yeah, he's a big boy. And I forget, Waddle didn't. I think there was another player that was also, because I mean, literally they were right there. Obviously, it was kind of like the Scotty Scheffler thing of, and Scotty Scheffler was just on Potter My Take today. He kind of was going about it. And the same reporter that was there when Scotty was arrested was the same reporter that was in Miami for the ESPN reporter. So it's just kind of crazy.
It's his fault.
Yeah, it's all his fault. He's causing these things, obviously, when you get to the root of it. But it seems like Miami-Dade is doing the right thing on really doing their full report because they know this is making them look bad, and they don't want to be Louisville PD, which is going through a whole lot more crap as things keep going on. They can't buy a good PR. Can't buy a good PR. And then also too, will applaud Tyreek saying, like, yes, I myself, instead of just saying blah, blah, and he did kind of go back and forth, but I like the statement from him saying, yeah. I probably could have left my window down. I chose not to, which didn't make the situation any easier.
Right.
And then yeah, so like that little bit of wrong, even though he's in his legal right. But typically, you
Yeah.
want to keep your window down and not get them having their Napoleon
Hmm.
complex or whatever it is. So I know I've been taught rambling about it the whole time, but you literally live there.
Yeah.
So just kind of how the local news covered it and stuff like that. I'll give you the floor.
Yeah. One thing I do want to repeat from you is that Terry's showing a little bit of accountability there.
Lost you, of course. As soon as you start talking, we lose the internet on there. But
Didn't I?
yeah,
Uh,
but
but
accountability
yeah,
is basically what we get left
yeah.
off it.
So Tyreek is showing accountability there. Like you said, he was in his legal right to, but I like the fact that he is like saying, "Hey, there's things that I could have done to help de-escalate this that I didn't do." So I'm glad that he put this statement out, because like he could have very well just been like, "Fuck the police," but he wasn't, and he would have been in his right to,
Yeah,
kind of, but
kind of.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just kind of not really the local news, but the just people in Miami are just like, man, the cops are so stupid.
yeah.
And they're just getting a bad rap, and I'm like, it probably feels the same as people in Louisville who were just like, what are the cops doing? Like, that's pretty much just what the entire city is. And then we're like, he's right outside the stadium.
Right.
Like, just let him get to the stadium.
Yeah.
But hey, we won. We could have not won,
Yeah.
but we found a way to win,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the good thing. So,
Yep.
and he's currently on administrative duties. This cop, 27 years.
Yeah, I know.
That's a long time.
It's a long
So
time, and you did, and just the body cam footage. It was like I think like
yeah,
one cop was like basically like talking with Tyreek and blah blah. He just came up and grabbed him. I'm
right,
like, what the crap?
and kind of like down to the
Yeah.
floor, and this is what people talk about the police. And was it Ryan Coogler? Ryan Coogler, like at a bank, he was trying to deposit money, and someone thought like, no way can this black man have this much money in a bank
Right.
account, and they called the police, and then the police came and like had their gun pointing at him. And it's just like, no matter how famous you are, no matter how much money you can attain as a minority, there's still tension there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it. I don't like
No.
it because like I have family members who are police officers, and they're the good ones, and a lot of them are good ones,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a few bad apples that make all of them look bad.
Yep.
And like, we just need to get rid of those bad
Yeah.
apples.
I mean, it's a class of 30. You have 29 good ones, and that one that just sticks out like a sore thumb, so the whole class is bad.
Right.
Type of thing. But moving on, Kendrick Lamar, congratulations! You officially beat Drake. Like
Yeah,
officially.
officially.
Like that's it. There's no the Drake fans are just like crap. Like what am I supposed to do here? This is like the first where we're not getting a hip hop act from like 30 years ago or any type of musical act that's been around for that long. It's going to be interesting to see what they do from just being straight hip hop, um, one person and not like a or like Eminem, because Kendrick isn't the first time Kendrick was performing with 50 and Eminem and Dr. Dre
Yeah.
and Snoop and Mary J. Blige. He was with them because he's from Compton, so he represents that group there. But just the fact that's like, wow, of all the artists that you can think of that they could do, you know, Chapel Roan's super hot. She's big
Yeah.
right now. Sabrina Carpenter's huge right now. You can't go anywhere without Sabrina Carpenter being thrown at you. Obviously, Taylor Swift's not going to do it. I think it's a thing with Pepsi. I don't know.
Although it's now Apple Music is
That's
the
true.
sponsor.
That's true. So but with her and her music rights and stuff, who knows
Yeah.
what she has against? Long story short, Taylor doesn't need it.
Yeah.
It would break the
She's got
internet.
enough money.
Yeah, she doesn't need it. And now the thing that I'm apparently Jay-Z is on the board to select, so I think that's why you're seeing more hip hop acts, because
Mm.
Jay-Z has a lot of that influence with that. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, but
How many times is he going to sing "Not Like Us"?
I don't know. It's gonna go. I don't know. That's what's got me intrigued. It's just like when he does "Not Like Us" and the A minor, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and I'm just like, he's gonna call Drake a pedophile on national TV.
Certified pedophile.
But one thing too. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, he freaking dropped an entire song today on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, side note, I know this isn't sports, but I was just like, okay, Kendrick, sure.
Right. And then just kind of wrapping up the scores from around the nation here real quick. Let me run this down for you all while I bring it up because it took me back to the other page. Okay, so starting off, the Chiefs held off the Ravens by a toe, winning the season opener at 27-20. The Packers and Eagles, they were in Brazil. You know what? Didn't show up the field. It was terrible. But the Eagles ended up winning that 34-29. And then Steelers.
Did somebody say Chiefs?
Yeah, someone said Chiefs.
Hey, guys. What's
Hey.
Hi, buddy.
What's going on, y'all? What we doing?
But yeah, and then the Steelers didn't they kicked nothing but field goals, and so they won 18-10 over the Falcons.
Baby.
Cardinals were up by a couple of scores, but the Bills ended up coming back because Josh Allen is Josh Allen. The Titans lost. They were up 17 points against the Bears, and then held off the whole offense from scoring a touchdown. But guess what? The Bears' defense and special teams beat them. So there you go, Titans. No one's happy here. I don't care because I'm a Dallas fan. But the Patriots stunned the Bengals. So all your survivor pools just went to toast. 16-10. Texans with probably the greatest throw I've seen in quite some time from Anthony Richardson. Back foot off in the bucket from 60 yards to Alec Pierce. But the Texans ended up holding off 29-27. Obviously, the Dolphins won 20-17. Saints, the Panthers are an NCAA team at this point. They are that bad. They won. Saints won.
Sorry, Jason.
47
demoted.
Sorry, Jason. Vikings, man, the Giants suck too. 28-6. Saquon Barkley has more touchdowns, I think, in week 1 of this year than Daniel Jones had like all of last year. The Raiders lost to the Chargers 22-10. Broncos had 2 safeties, but the offense is not very good. Seahawks won 26-20.
Because they're the Broncos.
The Browns are terrible, mainly Deshaun Watson. We'll get to him in a second. The Cowboys won, woohoo, 33-17. They do that every gosh damn year. Then they kill my hopes at the end, but that's okay. It's still a long season. Buccaneers won 37-20 over the Commanders, but I like what Jaden Daniels is doing. Lions and Rams is probably my favorite game of the week. Won in overtime, 26-20 over the Rams. And then the Niners dog walked the Jets, but Aaron Rodgers did at least play the whole game.
And he didn't get hurt.
19. And he did, yeah. He had one with 4 snaps. So
yeah, and their defense didn't cost me my week 1 game. So
no, they did not.
I don't know what's going on. I'm playing peekaboo with you guys for some reason.
I like it though. I like it.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like a minute timer, then it kicks me off. But
yeah, but
so
that's all
hope
I've
you're
got
doing better, Josh. Sorry you're sick, bud.
Hey man, we're rolling. We're rolling.
Yeah.
We're making it happen. We're Jordan
Blue
Blue
game.
game in this bitch.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I've got for the scores. Other than the Bengals having the big upset, everything else is just kind of crazy. I mean, it's week 1. They're still trying to figure each other out. But that's all I have for the NFL scores. Any other thoughts from you all? I know, so you were going to show the video or not. I don't know. From our previous thing, it's okay if you don't with the injury reports. But
Oh, that I was just making that as a
okay,
video.
Never
for
mind.
the channel.
Disregard that side chatter. And yeah, Puka Nacua, unfortunately, on the IR. But like I said, if you want to know injuries and everything like that, join us on every Monday on the Fantasy F Round with the dudes on the side of your screen, and where we break down all of the players and stuff. But that's what I've got for NFL.
Yeah, and where we cuss out every freaking injury list that comes out because it's our team that's getting injured. So it's great.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Team IR. That's what we're going for. With that, moving on to college football.
What are the kids doing these days?
Yeah, the kids are beating up on each other. That's for sure. WKU, it beat We finally played Eastern for the first time. It feels like forever. We kicked the
Mhm.
crap out of them. There was a weird thing about the jerseys going up back and forth. It was a real big pissing contest. Either way, EKU, just like in this game, they cowered and decided, fine, we'll do what we want to do. And then we just dog walked them. Michigan gets humbled by Texas at Michigan. It was like 24-6. I mean, it was just again dog walking by that. Oregon holds off Boise State with their running back from Boise. Ashton Genty making an early Heisman case with already having, within 2 games, 459 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns, and 10 yards per carry. That is insane what he's doing there. And then, I just can't help but laugh. Notre Dame, you do it every year. We don't know which team it's going to be, but this is the biggest upset as far as spread I can think maybe since USC lost in the Pete Carroll days against the John Harbaugh against the Harbaugh-led Stanford team. I think they were favored by 31. Notre Dame was favored by like 28.5 for that. But I'm just gonna let this video was made 16 years ago, and we're not sponsored by Bud Light. Open for it if you want to, but this is the old Real Men of Genius type commercials. So here we go.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. Delusional, Irrational Notre Dame football fan. Season after season, year after year, you try to justify your absurdly high preseason ranking.
Why we number one?
You scramble to make futile attempts at damage control when the Irish lose to yet another grossly inferior opponent.
Charlie's headset was broken.
Inevitably, you'll break the past and boast of championships won 20 years before you were born.
We wore leather helmets.
You'll point out that you have more Heisman winners than any other program, as though that's relevant to the current season.
Playing since the 1880s.
Go on, ignore that home loss to Boston College in the regular season for the 6th consecutive time in a row.
BC's got better Christians.
And continue to believe that you'll actually win bowl games.
I just love better Christians.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh emperor of excuses, and take comfort knowing that when you don't finish in the top 25, you'll be back to number 3 when the preseason polls come out next year.
Mr. Delusional, irrational, hopelessly pathetic Irish fan.
16
good.
years still relevant, like to
Yeah.
a T. You
Yeah.
lost to Northern Illinois, and to say that the coach wasn't emotional, he was. Soul's got a nice little picture to show everyone of him, of Thomas. He grew up around South Bend. I've watched him because they're on a bye week right now, so he's been on a couple of shows and just soaking it all in. And hey, take your victory lap on this. I mean, you earned it. It's insane that Northern Illinois went into South Bend, and it was, how bad is Texas A&M? I don't know, because Notre Dame went into Texas A&M last week and beat them. So who knows?
Well, we know the bad luck charm that happened there at Texas A&M. We spoke about it last week.
Yeah, pretty much. With that, but yeah, any other thoughts on that stuck out to you all? I mean, Oklahoma held off Houston, but
we don't
Houston
got to talk
always-
about that. We're good.
Okay. All right. I mean, they won.
Yeah, 16-12.
Yeah.
It was a terrible showcase. Everybody that I know is talking shit to me, and they may be right. We may not be ready for the SEC this year, but hey, hopefully a bad win equals a loss that'll get them on the right track.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
how many teams are in the SEC this year?
Like 5,000.
16, 17. I don't know. I lost count
That's
after.
insane. I think it is close to 18. Yeah.
Yeah, it's around there. Man, there's a lot in the ACC too. It's just it's nuts. But moving on to Deshaun Watson. I think I honestly, like, I'm gonna read it and what's going on, but I swear to you, after that performance he had, where he had a quarterback rating of like 9.4, and how bad he was, I think this might just be the Browns organization be like, how can we get out having the worst contract in known to man in sports history with Deshaun Watson? But anyway, Deshaun Watson has been sued for sexual assault and battery again. The civil lawsuit was filed September 9th by a woman identified as Jane Doe in Harris County. Texas alleging that Harris County, Texas, alleging that in 2020, Deshaun Watson had sexually assaulted and battered her before a dinner date. According to lawsuit, Watson was playing for the Houston Texans at the time, had become angry when he initially couldn't find the woman's apartment, yelling at her on the phone. Went inside as the woman was getting ready in the bathroom. Watson allegedly took off his clothes and demanded a massage to his buttocks while laying on her bed. The lawsuit alleges she tried to appease Watson by rubbing his back instead of buttocks. Watson allegedly insisted she manage his buttocks, but she refused, and he became frustrated. According to the lawsuit, Watson disrobed the woman and penetrated her without consent, implicit or explicit. The suit alleges Jane Doe felt paralyzed, unsure if she could risk her safety by trying to stop Watson or endure his assault. The sexual assault allegedly lasted for several minutes before the woman broke free and grabbed a heavy object for protection. The lawsuit claims Watson then stormed out of the apartment. A Brown spokesperson provided a statement to CNN stating, "We will respect the due process our legal system affords regarding the recently filed civil suit and follow the NFL's guidelines on this matter. Jane Doe is seeking compensatory and punitive damage in excess of $1 million." Put the pinky to your mouth there. In 2022, the NFL and the NFLPA agreed to suspend Watson for 11 regular season games without pay and fine him $5 million after at least 24 civil lawsuits were filed on behalf of women alleging that the QB sexually harassed or assaulted them during private massage appointments while he was playing for the Texans. Watson reportedly denied wrongdoing in those cases, and 23 of the lawsuits were settled confidentially. 2 grand juries declined to charge Watson criminally. In 2022, the Browns traded the first-round pick, 3 first-round picks for Watson, and then signed him to a 5-year, fully guaranteed $230 million contract, the most guaranteed money in NFL history at the time, and it's looking like probably the worst contract in sports history.
Yeah. Was
Watson.
then and is more so now.
Yeah.
Now, congratulations, you're not the highest crazy contract because Jerry just signed Dak, but at least Dak's not doing dumb shit off the field, allegedly, and not doing dumb shit on the field because he didn't have to do much because you were just that bad.
No, yeah. There's being dumb and then there's being a fucking trash bag.
Yeah.
Right.
And this dude's an absolute trash bag.
Yeah.
Like with the masseuse deal, there wasn't a whole lot of information we got out of it. And it seemed like, okay, maybe I slip you $1 or whatever, $100 bill for more. But like this one, I mean, where full on physical assault and rape, and I mean, for the woman having to get a heavy object to defend herself, like, yeah, throw the fucking book at this dude, take all of his money, give it to charity, give it to all the victims, and put this dude behind bars.
Yeah.
And not the gridiron bars.
No.
I think you said it perfectly. Like, I literally can't add anything more to what Tishka just said because same.
I don't, and I will say I don't want to see that sequel to The Longest Yard. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do it. On that, yeah, that's a joke about prisoners or the Adam Sandler and Burt Reynolds.
Good job, Josh.
It's cool. Keep going. You're about to get it. It's almost funny.
Explain it some more.
We love you, bud.
He's sick. I
was gonna say I'll see myself out, but peekaboo, I'll see you.
So, Soul, what about the WNBA?
We go on to basketball. So WNBA, the double queens go against each other in the Las Vegas Aces 90-71 win against the Chicago Sky. Asia Wilson, 30 points, 14 rebounds. Angel Reese had 12 points, 16 rebound, double-double. Tiffany Hayes dropped 20 points, and Chelsea Gray also got a double-double with 13 points and 10 assists. The Sky were kind of in a little bit of a losing streak, especially they signed Marina Mabrioff. They traded with the Connecticut Suns, and even though she was kind of missing a few free throws here and there for Chicago, she was one of their scoring powers. The other was Kennedy Carter, who she got injured, and so it was kind of like, where's the points coming from Chicago. But they were able to beat LA Sparks 92-78 this past week. Notably, Kennedy Carter came back from injury and was in the roster, and she got a standing ovation by the fans. That's how much like she means to them in their scoring for the team. Angel Reese got 24 points, 12 rebound, double-double in that game, and Camilla and Kennedy were 1 rebound away from a double-double. Then we got the 3x3 Olympian, Ryan Howard. She had a great week. She dropped 31 points in the Atlanta Dream 74-66 loss to the Phoenix Mercury. Kalia Copper, fellow Olympian, dropped 28 points, and Tina Charles also had a pretty good week this week, had 12-point, 12 rebound, double-double. Ryan Howard then went on to drop 33 points in the Atlanta Dream 107-96 overtime win against the Dallas Wings. Dallas outshot Atlanta in the first half of the game, but Atlanta was able to rally and tie the game by the end of the fourth quarter, taking it to overtime. And then Tina Charles, 20 points, 13 rebound, double-double. Our girl CC, Caitlin Clark, gets another triple-double. Another one, like, it's crazy. In the Indiana Fever's 93-86 win over the LA Sparks, she had 24 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Aaliyah Boston also 24 points, 14 rebound, double-double. And we said it in the past few weeks, they needed rest. The Olympics and her not going was the best thing to happen to the Indiana Fever, and they clinched a playoff spot for the first time in 8 years. So the fact that she did not go to the Olympics, the best thing to happen to that team. She was able to rest. She was able to train. They were able to have time to themselves to really get to know each other better, and you've been seeing it in these games. All winning streaks do come to an end. The Indiana Fever lost to the Lynx 99-88. CC 25 points, Kelsey Mitchell 23, Aaliyah Boston 20. Nafisa Collier had a 26-point, 10 rebound double-double, and has been having a great year this year despite not getting a lot of buzz. Losing streak didn't last long though, because the Fever beat the Dream 104-100. And again, Ryan Howard coming up. She dropped 36 points, 3 games in a row over 30 points. Tina, 3 games in a row with a double-double. She had 17 points, 12 rebounds this game. Aaliyah Boston, 30 points, 13 rebounds. CC, 26 points, 12 assists. This was the game to watch last week. And you wouldn't think like, oh, the Fever against the Atlanta Dream, that's the game to watch. But it was, because these people, they're having great weeks. So what do you guys think about this previous week in the WNBA?
To take a quote, I'll take a quote because it's the same take I have. Nick Wright over at Fox Sports. First things first, there should be 2 unanimous awards given out this year now, after everything's settled done. Asia Wilson should be. I don't care what you say about Caitlin Clark. Asia Wilson should be. Every vote should go to her for MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think every vote should now, with unfortunate things that have happened, Caitlin Clark should be unanimous MVP now, especially with her triple doubles and everything.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. Thank you. Brain flu game. Still with me. Thank you. Yes, rookie of the year. With her triple double. So that's how I feel right now. And the Fever are, all things considered, they're very hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
All pun intended with them being a Fever. And shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. He did his double duty. He was at the Colts game for the 1:00 game, and then got to the Fever game in the evening there. So shout out to Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers. But the Fever are gonna make some noise in the playoffs, and I can't wait for it. Now that being said, I still think it's gonna come down to the Liberty and Aces at the end of the day, but
yeah,
we shall see.
I agree. You have any thoughts on this, Tishka?
Well, I'm trying to find a good graphic that actually has the teams that are in there. I'm guessing it's Newark Liberty versus Chicago Sky, right? Do they have them ranked? Do they have the seeding or anything yet? Sorry.
No. They haven't. Yeah, it's just teams that have clinched so far. So the Aces have clinched, Liberty have clinched, the Sun have clinched.
Yeah. Storm, Aces,
Storm,
Mercury,
yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because according to this one, I don't think it doesn't look official. Looks like Liberty playing Chicago Sky, then Seattle Storm playing Aces.
Yeah, if
playing Mercury.
I think if the standings are the same today as which who knows if they will be. So currently right now it's just they clinched, but we don't know where in the standings they'll be. Probably Liberty will be number one though. I think I think that's pretty safe to say.
Yeah, no, hands down. And it's gonna be the most watched WNBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Without a doubt.
and it's just the start of that climb that they're gonna have. I mean, really. I mean, for sure, like Caitlin Clark. I mean, she's the new DT. I mean, and there's others as well that kind of fit into that, but like, just really just kind of catapulting it into like another level. And here in 2-3 years, there's probably going to be some more young women coming in and doing the same thing.
Paige and
We're seeing it with we're seeing it with the NFL. There's just this whole new tier of athletes that I don't know. I mean, maybe it's growth hormones or genetically modified seeds or whatever that we're eating, but Jesus Christ, it's working. It may be killing the rest of us, but keep it going for them because phenomenal athletes. I couldn't be more excited. Yeah, Asia Wilson, just give her a trophy now. I mean, there's no reason to, try to draw out any drama or anything of that nature. I mean, we know exactly who's going to win it, but
I mean, Kelsey Plum has been saying it needs to be unanimous because she hasn't gotten a unanimous vote for MVP yet, even though she's won MVP twice. And Kelsey literally stared down all of the reporters in the room, was like, "It's unanimous, right? Like you guys are voting unanimously for Asia." So like Kelsey Plum's gonna go after you if you don't vote for Asia Wilson.
There might be like one or two reporters that just like to smell their own farts, so they want to be pointed out that they didn't vote for Asia just so they can be talked about. You do have those. I mean, that's the reason Derek Jeter wasn't a unanimous Hall of Famer, because two guys up their own butt decided to take personal things into account. Same thing with Terrell
Boston
Owens.
fans.
That's the reason Terrell Owens wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, just because of all the stuff that he was doing off the field, rather than all his on-field production was amazing. Same thing with Derek Jeter. It's like they're supposed to be unanimous, but when it comes to people who are writing about you, then playing with you, that can happen.
All your writers and associate press out there, listen to Kelsey Plum because she will stab you in the back on the beach.
According to Darren Wall.
So look out.
Snap.
Someone's freaking into a video I've ever seen.
Before we leave WNBA, sadly, last thing, it's not really game related, but it's still WNBA related. Angel Reese is out on injury for the rest of the year. She went to social media and it's like, what a year. I never would have imagined the last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3, but maybe that was God saying, give them a taste of what they will be seeing more of in year 2, LOL. Through it all, I have showed that I belong in this league even when no one else believed. All I ever wanted was to come into the W and make an impact. I can confidently say I have done that and will strive to keep doing so. I'm filled with emotion right now that I have a season-ending injury, but also filled with so much gratitude for what is next. Although this is God's timing and not mine, I'm finally able to give myself a physical and mental break. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. You still see me being the biggest cheerleader. So it's just sad because you love to see these rookies doing such a good job. And then we said earlier, what you hate to see is Cam Brink and then now her season-ending injuries. And you're just like, man, you were doing so good. Literally, Cam Brink was still in the top 5 blocks for a while after her injuries were gone, and she was still in the top 5 for WNBA in blocks. That's showing how good these rookies are. So you love to see how much of an impact they've given to the game so far, and you hate to see that they are no longer going to play for the rest of the season. So heal up that wrist. You saw her with her wrist in the game. I don't know what she did to it. Heal it up and be better next year. Rooting for you.
Yeah, I mean, you had in this class, who knows what, because Brink got an ACL. She tore her ACL real early in the season. But I mean, Angel was leading the league in obviously her double doubles, and then I think does Asia still have more rebounds than her? Or does she lead? Was she leading the league in
She
rebounds?
was leading the league in rebounds.
Right, she was leading the league in rebounds, and then Caitlin is now leading the league in assists. So it's
Yeah.
so it just these rookies are doing their thing. It just stinks that she couldn't, play out the season and be in the playoffs and stuff like that. But she's made an impact. Her and Caitlin have made a huge impact on the WNBA. So just heal up and come back even better and work on your layups. That's all I gotta say. Work on your layups.
and free throw percentage a little bit, but no, Angel Reese is leading in the rebound column right now, 13.1 to Asia Wilson's 11.9. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure who the ones are saying that she didn't belong in the WNBA. That's the weird one. Kind of seeing that and maybe it's like individual naysayers, maybe it's family or something.
It was a lot of internet trolls. A lot of internet
those people don't
trolls.
fucking matter.
They don't matter.
Yeah, because I mean, I never once thought that she'd never belonged in there. I mean, to see her like catapult into stardom, 2 years ago, with the championship and everything of that nature, I mean, you definitely belong. Of course, there's all the drama between, as a speculation between her and Caitlin Clark, but. Dude, yeah, no, it sucks to have that in, but hopefully that just kind of fuels that fire a little bit more. We'll see if she works on that 3-point game. We'll see.
We'll see.
Be nice.
Well,
I think she's got to work on that shot. That shot's a little bit too wide.
Yeah, it is very wide.
That sucker's like, yeah.
But then but then it goes in, and I'm just like, okay. I mean, I guess it's because sometimes you'll be like, wow, your shot is so looks so terrible, but it goes in every time. So I mean, if that's what works for you, do it.
It's those lefties, man. They just look weird. Josh Heupel looked the same whenever he threw for Oklahoma as a quarterback. But when he throw, he had his arm like this. So every picture is him like, it's like, not a good look, bud. Not a good look.
No, and with this, I mean, I do find it funny though if she was really good at 3-pointers and still couldn't hit layups. It's like the pitcher that can do a no-hitter but can't throw to first base. Yeah. It's like one of those type of things.
It was earlier in the season where Caitlin Clark was massive buckets from so far away past the 3-point line, and then there was this close 2-point floater, and she missed and airballed it, and I'm like, yeah, she needs to step a few feet back to be able to get into the basket.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But last thing, there was a statement by the WNBA put out about Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. I haven't had time to watch the video, and I don't really want to react to what was being written because, here at REV, we don't want to just repeat what's on the internet. We want to make sure, at least one of us is watching something so we can speak on things. So, because we want to be genuine, and here we are certified genuine. So,
Pony.
Maybe we'll talk about it next week. Yeah. But if you really want to know about it, let us know in the comments down below if you want us to speak about it next week. And we'll try to have time to watch the video and really deep dive into what's going on between the Players Association and Kathy Engelbert.
Yeah.
What? The commissioners going back and forth with the players union? That never happens in every sport.
They always get along.
There's never been lockouts.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, well, let's move on to the novelties of the world. You got, and Soul loves for me to read these type of things. Just bear with me, people. I'm on the flu game. Can't remember Caitlin Clark was Rookie of the Year and explaining jokes to you. I'm just on a roll today. But Ugandan Olympian Rebecca Cheptegei, dies from DV. So that sucks. Rebecca, an Ugandan marathon runner who competed in the Paris Olympics, has died days after she was burned by her boyfriend in Kenya. She sustained burns covering 80% of her body, leaving her in critical condition, and died due to multiple organ failure as a result of her burns. The Ugandan Athletics Federation posted to social media breaking news. We're deeply saddened to announce the passing of our athlete, Rebecca. I I try to pronounce her name. I just cannot pronounce her last name, so I'm sorry. Uh, Cheptegei, that's the best way I can do it. Early this morning, who tragically fell victim to DV, or domestic violence. If everyone doesn't know that, as a federation, we condemn such acts and call for justice. May her soul rest in peace. And a minute of silence was observed at the Paris Paralympic marathon race to honor Cheptegei. Cheptegei is the third elite female athlete to be killed in Kenya in the last 3 years, all three due to domestic violence. So yeah, dudes, stop being assholes.
Yeah.
In Kenya, apparently, everyone across the world, but just
Yeah.
story. In a sense, so yeah, this sucks.
Yeah. I heard about it because I was watching the Paralympics, and then I saw that they did that moment of silence, and I was like, oh, let me research and go into this. And then in the articles, when it was saying that this is 3 elite female athletes in a row that have passed away due to domestic violence in Kenya, yeah, this is not good.
No.
Yeah, no, that's the first I'm hearing of all this.
It's one of those.
Yeah, that's fucking tragic. That's
Mhm.
It's horrifying, really.
like, I mean, that's gotta, not to pick at it, make it gross, but I mean that's gotta be the worst way to die.
Yeah.
Like, legit. But dude, hopefully justice is had for her and for the other athletes that were killed.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 years. I mean that almost points to a little bit of there's something in there's some kind of commonality there.
Yeah.
Obviously, like someone these women are being targeted, or there's something in the organizations that corruption. But I mean, hopefully the police or their local authorities can be able to step in and do their job and bring these killers to justice, because that's definitely not needed at all.
No.
But I'll have Tishka read the happier news
Yeah.
for in our novelty
Yeah.
acts.
Okay. Two Georgia women. This isn't a good start. Two Georgia women. If it said two Florida women, that'd been even better. But no, two Georgia women become first-time homeowners thanks to NFL running back Warwick Dunn. What's up, dude? He's one of the goats there. The home was earned and financed through Habitat for Humanity, furnished by Aaron's, the company, and fully stocked by Warwick Dunn Charities. Warwick Dunn Charities also provided the families with $5,000 each for their down payments. When speaking about it, Dunn said, "My work is my passion. The things that I am passionate about, how I want to see someone's life improve, how I want to see them move forward in life, live a better life. But I also enjoy but also enjoying life at the same time." In the WC or Warwick Dunn Charities has quietly helped over 170 single parents own homes, dude. That's awesome.
It
That's
is
so
freaking
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Habitat for Humanity still doing their thing. Over 40, something like that. I don't know I forget how long the organization's been. Work done.
Wow.
He's awesome. He's always been in charity work, philanthropic work since I can remember. I don't know if he won the Walter Payton Man of the Year. I think he did, which is given out to one NFL player who does the most philanthropic work within the league every year. So obviously J.J. Watt won with his with the hurricane that hit Houston, with that, and then obviously other players as well. But if anyone didn't know, Warwick Dunn was a star running back at Florida State, then went to Atlanta and did really well there. I think he was a Buccaneer, but mainly that's why he's at Georgia. No, he was a Buccaneer, then he went to Atlanta, where now he is helping people in that state put a roof over their head. So it's he was winning on the field and off, as they say.
I wanted to balance the bad story with a very good story here,
Yeah.
and like just the fact 170 single parents now are homeowners. Like
Yeah.
that's making a complete difference in these people's lives, and just I commend him, and the fact too that he was doing it quietly and we're now hearing about it, that just shows how much like the reasonings behind him doing it. So I commend him.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody that is what's the word I'm looking for? Just behind the scenes, basically, in that. I mean, to me, like it just shows so much more of their character and their humbleness in that. Because anybody else who is trying to build any platform or attention, I mean, the first thing nice they do, they blow it up out of proportion. Oh, look how great I am, and then then they turn around and be a shitbag to people. But yeah, no, he did win 2004. He won Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. He was born in Louisiana, so but he played college in Florida State. But yeah, like you said, he played with Atlanta at the end, so maybe that's just where he chose to stay home or call home. Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, I know I am, very blessed with my home situation because I have assistance with the tribe in owning my home, and I mean, without it in this economy, it'd be rough. It'd be rough in these streets as far as trying to make ends meet, and yeah, for him to be able to do that to, I mean, 170 people. I mean, that's just not 170 individuals. I mean, that's families, and that's helping them kind of maybe try to get that first step out of generational poverty, and it's definitely something that's a huge impact for those individuals and generations. So, dude, I loved Mark Dunn when he played. Absolutely love him that much more as a person now. So Warwick, man, hats off to you, brother.
Yep. Even though we're still wearing
my
ours.
camera's off too.
Yep.
I don't know.
Cameras off to you, brother.
Yeah, cameras off
know.
too. Yeah, but and just a little side note about Warwick Dunn and his playing career, as far as the fantasy wise, a lot of times when there's runners that if they don't score outside the 20-yard line, I call it the Warwick Dunn running back, because he was great in between the 20s, but once they got into the red zone, they put in some like other back, and Warwick never got in the end zone. It's like, damn it, he gets you there.
They put in Mike Allstott. That's why.
Yeah, they put in Mike Allstott
They put
or
in a
Michael the
bruiser.
Burner Turner back then. And
They put in a bruiser of a fullback to punch it in, or just give it to Warren Sapp and have it go.
That's stuff. So but that's the last, just a little nugget. Warwick Dunn is still just, he's a dude. He's a dude, man. He's just awesome.
Yeah, he's a man. Good
You
job.
ready? You ready to dig some gold?
Going to the gold.
Oh.
I thought we were just going to talk about Woodall, but we will also give the flowers to everyone else. But talk about the Paralympics. Yes, we are going gold digging. Okay, but the good kind, not the stuff that Kanye West talks about. So for medals and achievements, Jaden Blackwell and Ryan Medrano go 1 and 2 again in the 400 meter. So shout out to them. Samantha Bosco won gold in the women's paracycle cycling time trial. Bosco was born with a posterior medial bow of the right tibia, and this is why I'm not a doctor, because I can't pronounce these things. And
Calcaneal valgus.
Calcaneal valgus foot that was corrected at the age of 4 by having a wedge of bone surgically removed. When she was 11, she had a limb lengthening surgery go awry that left her with years of crutches, atrophied muscles, and surgically stunted left leg. She won 2 bronze medals in Rio for the time trials and individual pursuits. So go Samantha. Oksana Masters goes back-to-back in women's paracycling time trial. We're about to go into a bit of a sad story, though, that ends in triumph. All right, so trigger warning for those that need it. All right. Masters was born in the Soviet Union, present-day Ukraine, 3 years after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, with several radiation-induced birth defects, including tibial, hemimelia, thank you, which resulted in different leg lengths, missing weight-bearing shin bones in her calves, webbed fingers with no thumbs, and 6 toes on each foot. She was abandoned by her birth parents and given to a Ukrainian orphanage where she was frequently beaten and raped by men and witnessed her best friend be murdered. When she was 7, Oksana was adopted by Gay Masters, an unmarried American professor of communication at the University of Buffalo who brought love and support into her life. After moving to the U.S., she had both her legs amputated as they became increasingly painful and unable to support her weight. Through all of her hardships, though, she focused on sports and became a multiple medaled Paralympian in both the summer and winter games in rowing, cycling, and skiing, with a total of 8 gold medals, 7 silvers, and 3 bronze. She then added a ninth gold medal in the women's road race. So shout out to Oksana.
Good.
You will, congratulations. You just got a biopic, depending on who wants to, who gets the rights to it. My guess, I don't know who I would play her off the top of my head. Just Margot Robbie's in everything, and she's blonde, so there you go. You can do that.
There you go.
Or just we can do that. But yeah, that's just really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Katharina Brim won gold in women's paracycling time trial. Noelle Makamaki won gold and broke the world record in women's shot put. Makamaki was born with anatonic band syndrome, which prevented her right hand from fully developing. Jessica Long wins gold in the 400-meter freestyle due to fibular hemilia. Did I get that right? Long's
Amelia.
Hemimelia, thank you.
Amelia.
Yeah, it's just Amelia. Long's lower legs were amputated when she was 18 months old. Long has 30 Paralympic medals with 17 gold, 8 silver, and 5 bronze, with her first medal in 2004 at the age of 12. Interesting fact, both her and her brother were adopted from the same Siberian orphanage in Russia. She also won gold in the 100-meter butterfly. Jeremy Campbell wins his 5th gold medal with a Paralympic record in the men's discus throw. David Blair got the bronze. Christy Riley Crossley wins gold in the women's 100-meter butterfly. Crossley grew up dreaming of being an Olympian and moved to Florida at the age of 15 to train. Crossley swam for FSU. Again, I think this is FSU show, get a better football team, and was the Athletic Coast Conference Freshman of the Year. NCAA All-American ACC Conference Meet MVP. In 2007, Crossley sustained a neck and back injury after being hit by a drunk driver, and then in 2008, as a pedestrian, was a victim of a hit and run, which triggered a non-cancerous tumor in her brain, causing her to lose some function on the left side of her body. Even though both accidents, Crossley still continued swimming against able-bodied swimmers and won the NCAA title in 2012 at Rowan University. In 2018, Crossley gave her Olympic dreams one last try and started training for the Tokyo Olympics. In December of that year, Crossley experienced paralysis of her left side due to another tumor in her brain, and she stopped training, having the tumor removed in 2019. When watching the Tokyo Paralympics, Crossley decided to look into Paralympic eligibility, and in 2022 began training as a para swimmer. I will say that's just kind of like a Gary Bertier type story, where she was like an All-American across the way, gets hit by a drunk driver, of course he got paralyzed, and then he went on to win medals in the Paralympics as well. We're talking about Gary Bertier of T.C. Williams of Remember the Titans movie there. And then our boy Hunter Woodall wins gold in the men's 400 meter. Hunter is the husband of Olympic gold medal winner Tara Davis Woodall. Hunter was born with fibular. You keep putting this word there, and it's not going to go with my brain. So someone help me. There you go. And his parents decided to amputate both of his legs at 11 months. But yeah, these two have just. If you look up the definition of a Hallmark card or a Hallmark movie, this is it. That Hallmark probably will have a movie about their relationship, because it's one of those now. It's just like, when you're single, you're just like, y'all are gross. I hate you. Because just they're just so cute and all that. Leanne Smith wins gold in the women's 50-meter freestyle and breaks the Paralympic record. In 2012, Smith was diagnosed with a rare neurological muscle disease called dystonia. Team USA went back to back in women's sitting volleyball against China. Team USA has medaled at every Paralympic Games since the sport's induction at Athens 2004. We got another three-peat with the Team USA winning gold in men's wheelchair basketball against Great Britain. So suck it, volleyball world. We still rule you in the Paralympics.
There you go.
And that's the rundown. Thanks, Sol.
You did it. You did
I
the
did
thing,
it.
bud.
I said all the medical words perfectly. No one will judge me. I said everyone's name correctly. It's great.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Now I need some water.
You ready for some kicking and scream? Hey,
Yeah,
Justin.
a little love from Justin here.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
It's
you did
getting there.
it, bud. Yeah, he's right. Good job.
Mhm.
Yeah. By the way, Florence Pugh. That'd be my pick.
Oh,
to,
yes.
play
That's yes.
You're like,
until
"Hi."
my sick brain finally gets like physical sick brain, not the other way that people could take that phrase. If it starts clicking, I'll think of another actress.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Love
You
you,
did great.
Josh. Love you, Josh. You ready to get Sol to angrily speak about the U.S. men's national team?
What? Never.
But there's good news at the end of it for the news we've had today.
You never do that, Soul.
Never. I'm so glad we have the women's national team in Emma Hayes. Thank you so much.
I still need to prepare for the women's game speaks, but I'll get myself there.
Yeah. Later on in this topic, we will have Josh possibly crying, so just be prepared for that.
That's not even a joke.
But going on, the U.S. men's national team, they had their September window where they played against Canada and New Zealand. First off, against Canada, the U.S. lost 2-1 to Canada in a friendly at Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, making it 2 defeats in a row in Kansas City for the U.S. men's national team. KC being the venue where we were knocked out of the Copa America. Another stat that I didn't put here, like the last time we've lost to Canada on home soils was in the 50s. So just add that on top of.
At least they were in Kansas City.
At least they're in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's what I was cheering for. I was cheering for Kansas City, not Canada, beating our U.S. men's national team.
City, here I come.
Canada is being coached by American, and Tushka is a fan of him, Jesse Marsh. And Jesse has rightfully been talking shit lately about the U.S., and low-key, it's not wrong. But he was able to back it up, and Hercules Gomez, he put it perfectly here. For as much shit as Jesse Marsh talked about the U.S. men's national team players this week, regardless of truth, you would have thought these guys would have had an extra edge to them today. Show grit, fire, something. Wasn't and hasn't been the case with this group. And that's just going to pretty much just sum up this entire window for the U.S. men's national team. I thought what Jesse March had alluded about the players and Greg Berhalter was going to be locker room material for our boys. The stuff that gets you fired up, like when people are talking shit and you're like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I guess they don't care. Greg Berhalter is no longer the coach, and we're under interim manager Mikey Varas, but Christian Pulisic once said that they would run through a wall for Greg. Unfortunately, we've never seen that from these players, and I don't think that we ever will. It's not showing good signs here. Maybe Mauricio Pochettino will help that. We'll get to that in a second. To give a little context to this game, a lot of key players are out for this camp: Weston McKennie, Jedi Robinson, Gio Reyna, and Tim Weah. But just because good players are gone doesn't mean you don't play with heart. It's one thing to lose, but to not try. I never thought that the U.S. men's national team was going to look like they're not trying or that they don't give a shit, but that's pretty much what they looked like on the field. And to me, that's the worst part of it.
No heart, dude. Just no freaking heart.
No freaking heart. This was supposed to be like, we're sorry for embarrassing our country at the Copa America. That's what this window was supposed to be. And it seems like, they just don't give a shit. Too many of our players were average to poor during the game, and they need to do better. So we have a video here, Mikey Varas, after the game about the mentality of this squad.
Yeah, let me get that going.
Sorry. They know it. They know it. You know, we speak the truth to each other. I love those guys, but they know that mentality to fight and to run, to sacrifice. I can't do that for them. I can't do that for them. So at the end of the day, it's a combination between, me and them. I mean, all of us together. The trainings were
Still going. Okay, I thought he repeated himself there.
intense. They were aggressive, but when the game comes, you got to get going. And the players are the ones that bring that. Coaches can only get you so far from a mentality perspective. But all of us will know. All of them will know that the mentality in the first half, and they gotta search there. They gotta search deep inside. Why? You know, and that'll be something I challenge them with. Mentality is on the play.
So
Yeah. Before we get to some bright spots, either of you have thoughts on just team playing with like what their mentality is, playing with no heart?
Well, their coach is too damn quiet, so that's probably why.
He's
I
an
turned it
interim.
up fully.
Hey,
I did.
Can you go stop? Can you go kick that? Can you kick? Dude, get some fucking fire in your ass, bro.
Right.
God, man, chug a Red Bull, do cocaine. I don't know. Do something, man. It's America. We got to win. We can't be losers. Come on. Also, at the same time, if people aren't showing up with heart, they can go out the door. Like, I guarantee you there are hundreds of people, like, begging for an opportunity to play for their country, to show their worth on the men's national team. And, I don't know, maybe just pull a freaking Dick Vermeil with the Philadelphia Eagles and do an open tryouts. And see if you get Mark Wahlberg to show up and show them how to play some soccer. That's all I got. Is come on.
My
got time for this
biggest pet peeve in all of sports is at least show us you care. At least give effort. I don't care if you didn't run the right set, you don't know what the hell's going on. At least show effort and that you gave a crap and that you gave it your all, even though you were a lost puppy, because sometimes that's coaching on that situation. But the fact is, we can tell you're just there going through the motions and all that stuff, and you're wearing that Team USA on the jersey. That represents a lot of people, and a lot of people give a shit about you. And the fact that you're going out there and basically flipping us off as supporters of the team and knowing what that chess piece represents is just embarrassing. And thankfully the deal got struck today. He finally, I think there was a Man U thing going on, but I can't pronounce his name. I think we're getting into it. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but I feel like the cure is coming of getting these help is coming.
Yeah. That's what you get with Biden's America.
Oh yeah. Right.
Thanks,
I could not say it
Obama.
out of my head. That's all I can think of.
Blaming this on Nixon.
Yeah.
Yes. It's freaking Richard Nixon. It's his fault.
Yeah.
Playing like
Lincoln?
they're in Watergate.
Right. Anyway.
But trying to find some positives for this game. Patrick Schulte got the start in goal over Matt Turner. And even though he let in 2 goals, he had a good game, made a few good saves, and kept the score from being even worse than it could have been, because it could have been worse. So I'm going to give a shout out to Patrick Schulte there. Then we have when Aiden Morris came in as a sub, we played a little better. So that has to count for something, I guess. He also was one of the few players out there that actually looked like he was trying. Such a low bar. But since so many of them.
Well, they tried. He tries. That's why he's on the team.
So many of them, including Pulisic, Captain America, looked like they didn't give a shit. You have to mention when a player looks like they did. Lastly, Christopher Lund. Did he play well? Not exactly. But did it look like he was actually trying out there? Yes. So low bar, but you know what? I'm going to shout him out because he looked like he was trying out there. And you could tell by these 3 players that they gave a shit, and like kind of everyone else didn't give a shit. So silver linings.
Saying at that level of competition that you're playing at, and you've earned the right to be there, apparently, the fact that you say, well, they've tried is the best you can come up with. It's like playing golf and you hit a shot and someone goes, "You had good contact," that's basically just trying to find a positive in the fact that you just blew everything.
On going on to New Zealand, the U.S. tied New Zealand 1-1 in Cincinnati. No shade to New Zealand. They aren't a good team. So this is an embarrassing result for us at home because we should have mollywopped their asses, and we didn't. This game was extremely boring. This was a boring game. I started playing with my phone because I'm like, they don't care, I don't care. But bright side, I do want to see a little bit more from Marlon Fossey as a right back. When Serginho Dest comes back and is healthy again, he's clearly our number one. But I wouldn't mind Marlon Fossey getting some more looks because he was one of the bright spots of this game. And it was his debut for the U.S. men's national team. So, I mean, I guess he's like, I'm going to show I care because this is my first cap.
So, yeah. The U.S. national team. Sometimes it happens with the internet.
The most exciting thing about the game happened before the game started, which is the official announcement of Mauricio Pochettino.
Woo!
I'm excited for him to put these boys in shape.
Yeah, really.
He's not going to allow them to act the way they've been acting recently, and these boys need a good kick in the ass. And I think Mauricio Pochettino and his track record, he's going to kick them in the ass. This felt like a wasted window with Mikey Varas, and he's the first USMNT head coach, including interims, because he's an interim coach, to not win a single game. So congratulations, Mikey Varas.
You're literally the girl from Pitch Perfect who, like, when they ask her a question, she's like, it's like, thank you for that. Like, you're I don't know. Unfortunately, that guy's not made for the press. There's no personality. There was a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's I'm finished with the U.S. men's national team. Are you guys ready to see Josh cry?
I'm not.
Why? What happened to Rodman? Why
No.
Why are you going to cry, Josh? What happened to your girl?
Nope. It has nothing to do with the Trinity. It has to do with the person that she's trying to emulate. Okay.
Oh, a far better player in Sophia Smith? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what
No,
you're talking about, Dog?
that's Trinity Rodman's understudy. Okay, let's get it correct. But that's not what we're here for. Okay, let's honor a legend that they're trying to aspire to be.
So we got Alex Morgan. She retires. She went to social media to announce that she is retiring and that she's pregnant with her second child. So congratulations.
Not mine.
Sunday, San Diego Wave versus North Carolina Courage was Alex's last game, and she symbolically left the field on the 13th minute. And just the amount of love, the amount of support, it was beautiful. We're not going to talk about what the score of the game was or her missing a penalty. That's not what this game was about. This was just about honoring her. And then also having her go out in the 13th minute because she's growing a child inside of her and should not be playing right now.
Right.
But Alex Morgan is so important to women's soccer, both on and off the field. Her accolades include 2 World Cup wins, 1 gold medal, 1 bronze, a WPS championship. That was the league before the NWSL. An NWSL champion. She's an NWSL Shield winner, and she was the NWSL Challenge Cup winner this year in 2024, scoring the game winner. And then she's also a Champions League winner with Lyon. And then off the field,
she got kicked out of Epcot, which is freaking baller. So that's the thing that happened.
Damn it, my internet.
Yep. It's all right. I gave another fun fact in there, so I got you going.
Yeah, he did.
Where did it leave off?
Fight the U.S. Soccer Federation for equal pay.
Hey, Brennan.
Fighting the U.S. Soccer Federation for equal pay, fighting the NWSL, and helping create an HR department. They didn't have an HR department for several years. And player protection after the sexual harassment of Mana Shim and Sinead Fairley, who, side note, she also had her retirement on the same day as Alex Morgan due to she had gotten too many concussions, and her doctor's like, you should not continue playing. So she retired early due to concussions. And then the last thing, like off the field, although there's so many things off the field that she's done, she also created a media company with Sue Bird, Simone Manuel, and Chloe Kim, focusing on highlighting women in sports. And before throwing it over to Josh, Attacking Third put out a beautiful video with the tagline, "When the generation that meant everything to you retires."
Is this the video of her speaking? Right. Yeah.
Just watch.
I've seen it like a bunch of times.
Just wait here for a little bit. Let time pass.
Love you guys.
I might just wait here for a little.
So I'm gonna throw it over to Josh because this is his girl.
Yeah.
Josh, how you doing?
We'll see if yeah. She's my favorite female. Honestly, like my favorite soccer player because I've followed her career more than pretty much any other professional soccer player. Which means, I really don't pay attention as much as I should with all the other stuff. I keep up with it, but I really don't pay attention. But as soon as I saw Alex, the first time I remember seeing her in a straight out of, they were like, hey, this girl from University of California, Berkeley, and she in the striker position. That's what I always call it. I know there are different terms for it. And she made an immediate impact just right then and there. And I was like, oh, and she never let off the gas. And she's obviously, Rapinoe's got that celly. She's got the teacup celly. But you can just tell the influence of, obviously this group, because she was like the last of those really highly influential of that era of team. And this is one that I say, like, Trini Rodman and Sophia Smith and stuff like that, but the impact that she had on and off the field is just something that needs to be applauded at all cost. And I think, I'm not going to take anything away from the other females of this era, Rapinoe, Carly Lloyd, Abby Wambach, all of them. But Alex Morgan is, if you look up the definition of doing it the right way, the best way, you see a picture of Alex Morgan and how well she impacted everything. And it's going to suck not seeing her on the field. It sucked watching the Olympics without her. But thankfully we've got Trini Rodman or understudy Sophia Smith to get us through this. But did I get emotional every once in a while when I watched some videos? Yeah, I did. Because, she took me away from the world and made me smile. So thanks, Alex.
The fact that Mallory Swanson gets no love with the two of you just makes me so sad. Mallory, I love you. I love all three of you. Triple espresso.
We do. It's a bit, guys. Okay. Even though Trini Rodman is the best.
But it is funny. I was just like, they're the triple espresso. She's the one she's like the redheaded stepchild of Rev.
Well, she got to earn it a little bit.
Hey guys, look. Theodore is still cool of the Chipmunks, right? So.
Yeah. No, so she absolutely catapulted. Was part of the group that helped catapult this, and she's definitely gonna be missed. She, was on posters. I know of a lot of my friends growing up in high school, and just an absolute phenom of the game. We're gonna miss you, Mia Hamm. We're not talking about Mia. We're talking about some other. What was the name again?
Really?
What was it? Oh, sorry. The whole time you started talking, I was like, "Oh, I got a bit." So I was trying to hide a smile the whole time.
One thing too that
one of my goats retires, and then you tell me.
One thing too in the announcement video of her retirement is that she was talking about how her daughter wants to be a soccer player, and she goes, and it's not the fact that like I want her to be a soccer player, but that she sees that as a path, because there's time in this country that there wasn't a professional league for the women, and their only dream was to play for the national team. So you would hear girls all the time saying, I want to play for the national team, I want to play for the national team, but you'd never hear them, I want to play soccer professionally. And now they have the option to do that. So that's something too that like she was getting emotional when she started speaking about that part of that there's a path for these young girls that are watching these players and going, hey, I can do that too.
Yeah. You gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Anything
And they can go
you
play
can
in
do
Kansas
now.
City because we have the only dedicated facility to a women's team that is women's soccer. So all the best players come because we need
Current
some help.
Golden Boot winner
Yeah.
right now, well, about to be Golden Boot winner is at Kansas City.
Yeah. Well, we got a little bit more losses than I would want right now.
And then one last thing, and this was just partially because I knew it was going to make Josh happy after the Alex Morgan retiring, and then also because there's a cute photo between both of your girls. So, but Magic Johnson becomes an investor in the NWSL team, the Washington Spirit, and as I said, adding this story to make Josh happy.
Oh, we lost her again. But I'm about to be happy because she knows she's going to drop some Trinity Rodman dimes. Guys, okay? Get ready to get nailed with it.
I don't know what's happened with my internet 3 weeks in a row, but you know, we're doing it. We're live, baby.
We're sick. Internet's sick. We're still moving forward.
Magic Johnson said that women's sports are on the rise, probably bigger than any other sport. When Michelle Kang, who she's the majority owner of the Washington Spirit, called and we met, it was a no-brainer for me, and I'm just happy to be a Spirit owner. We have the same mindset. Johnson said, we believe in excellence and doing things in a first-class manner, and she's competitive like I am, so it was just easy for me to say yes. Magic was in attendance when the Washington Spirit beat Portland Thorns, Sophia Smith's team, 2-1, with Trinity Rodman scoring the first goal and assisting the second, and having a great celly to honor Magic. So let's watch this first goal.
Oh, yeah, starting off on the right foot here.
Sent on the way by Hatch. Trinity Rodman. It's still Rodman. Can she finish? Of course she can.
Runs all the way to Magic's
that,
box.
Jessica? That's greatness. Half-having Magic.
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
And Cookie right behind him. That's his wife there behind him.
He's greatness.
And then we have the slow-mo of her celebration. Her dunk in the basketball was her celebration.
You know, real game recognized game, okay?
Get faced up against the defenders, and that's what it means to this.
She's supposed to have a ball to slam dunk. Where's the ball? She doesn't know what she's doing.
Hey, she
didn't learn from her dad.
She's the Lost Boys and Hook. Her imagination plays a part, okay? Look at that form, though. I mean, she's a natural.
And then let's watch the second goal, which she assisted on.
Yeah. It's like a theme here, guys. Everything starts and ends with Trinity Rodman. Sophia Smith is just good. Yay, good for you.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, this is what she does best, is assists.
Hey, she has to touch the ball in order to score. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm hearing. You see that pure ball that she sent across there to set up her teammate perfectly? Poetry in motion.
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna throw up now.
And then the next video we have is Magic celebrating after the game.
All right. Production stuff moving slow. Here we go.
Happy to be a part of it. I just want my high five. Good boy. Can you do our cheer with us? Oh, yeah.
How they do it?
All right, all right.
You say spirit on 3, 1, 2, 3.
What we say? I said, yeah. Spirit on 3. Spirit on 2. Oh, on 3. Spirit on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I love that he confirmed spirit on 3 and then says spirit on 2.
I mean, I'm just saying, who's right there telling him what all to do was Trinity Rodman, because she's a leader, natural born leader. That's what she is.
I was about to say Tushka was leaving right as I was going to say, sorry, Tushka, no goals from Sophia Smith in this game. But
yeah, I'll still leave again.
We do have, look at these cuties.
I mean, look at Sophia just embracing greatness. It's so nice to see her respecting her elders in this situation. No, I mean, obviously, you know who's winning? America with these two taking the next generation now that we've said goodbye to that past one with Alex Morgan. I think, would Rose be a part of that other, but with Alex and all them, do you think? Or she's a tween or like in between?
She's in between. Yeah, like her and Haran, and then really Sam Mewis, even though Sam Mewis is now retired, is part of that in between. The reason Sam Mewis retired was because of injury. She was younger, but yeah, Rose is now in her early 30s.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, but yeah, no.
I can't. Well, since I can't share my video, I'm going to share the screen. I mean, I see Sophia Smith's name in every category, and maybe you see Rodman on 1, 2, but definitely not above Sophia. I don't know.
It's called being an all-around team player. She doesn't have to chase stats. Stats come to her.
Oh, right, yeah, because we're talking about assists, and she's number 5. Like, but it's weird. I mean, Sophia's number 2. You know, it's like. It's almost as like if
she wants that. She's
Sophia's
trying to get more
better.
people involved and keep everyone happy. She doesn't have to take over. When she needs to, she will.
Oh, okay. What is her name? Work done? Is that what she's doing? She's just trying to assist people
quietly.
Off the field? Come on, get out of here.
She's a Robin. Ain't nothing quiet about her. She's a Robin. Ain't nothing quiet about her.
I mean, you bring emotion. I'll bring facts. Okay, I'll do that.
You guys ready?
No, my
Josh,
video.
Tell us where the people can find us.
All right. People can find us sick. But other than that, you can find us obviously here at the Ruckus EV. Football is back, baby. So you can find me and Tushka coming to you live kind of during the Monday night game. We kind of do the second half of it is when we go live to go over all of the fantasy football goodness and all the individual players and stuff like that, injury reports, all that goodness there on Tuesdays. We are restarting up Game Dudes. Finally, we all four kind of got together yesterday, but it was kind of a quick thing, so that's why we didn't go live. But so we should be back next week on that. And then Wednesday, will now be Rev Sports Wrap It Up with us. And then tomorrow, we Justin and I will be doing the World of Wrestling, which is Ruckus Wrestling. And we are, again, stay tuned. We are going live for WWE's Bad Blood in October. So mark your calendars for that. As we go through and react to Bad Blood, which is going to be main evented, I believe, by Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in Hell in a Cell. So it should be fun. Come join us.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
And then, but yeah, and also and you can also join us on the Discord where we talk about all the goings on in the worlds. That is sports. You know, and just all the craziness that is, and obviously wrestling and stuff like that. So join us there. It's great. We always have a good time over there. Links are down below. As far as Twitter, Instagram, we're starting to try to get that going for us and create more shorts and just bring you as much content as we possibly can to keep you all entertained, just like Trinity Rodman does on a daily basis. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, if you want to see Josh not know how to slam dunk, then follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, I am 5'8" and Caucasian. There was no chance I was dunking.
Are you saying white men can't jump?
No, I'm
Yes, there's
saying
literally a
Trinity
movie
Ramen
about it.
can't dunk.
Well, can't dunk. I can grab. I can barely get the rim. I can put it that way. Now, at my age now, probably not. I'm pretty good just grabbing the net. But back in the day, I barely got the rim. But now they have 8 foot.
We're talking about sports still, or is this something else?
Now they have 8 foot. Now they do 8 foot. Now they do men's leagues with like 8 foot goals, so everyone can just dunk. It's pretty funny.
Are you guys ready for our moment of Zen?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, also too, as far as moment of Zen, before I wrap it up, shout out to John Bon Jovi on Monday. Someone here in Nashville, he talked them off of committing suicide on a bridge. So shout out to John Bon Jovi. There's actually a video of it, but yeah, the news kind of broke. And then I was like, I wonder if he said like, take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. I don't know if he said that to her. That'd be kind of funny.
Well, hopefully he didn't say we're halfway there, and the guy's like, and then he jumps.
No,
that would've been
no. But it's really cool. It's the video. They finally posted a video of it. On that. So yeah, just a side note there as far as local national news and John Bon Jovi being a really cool, really great dude for that. So here we go. Here's Moments In.
Diana in a dress with the silk on the tatas. Whoa. She was all dressed in her One Tree Hill. 7-Eleven. Oh my God, this is so funny. Yes, with the press, okay, showing off the hair. Who else we got? Just run them. Let's run them through. Whoa. Okay, Kiki. I feel like a lot of people have photos like that growing up. Not me, but like the girls. I felt like a lot of them had those type of photos. Woo! This is AAU ball. She about to drop buckets on somebody. That's a back-to-back game. Go get some nuggets afterwards. Matt. Young Matt. Like she got Photoshop. She's so smooth. Look at this. Oh my God. That's a good one. Oh, okay. America's Next Top Model coming at you. Okay, I see giving eyes, face. Why is it so zoomed in? Why is it so zoomed? That is hilarious. Oh man. Beck. Ooh. We couldn't find a picture of Beck. Like nothing.
And by the way, I just want to put that's Diana Taurasi. That kind of like skipped over there when we played it, but that's Diana Taurasi. So there you go.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week.
Peace. We did it.
We did the thing with the stuff. We went for it.
Woo.
Am I going to hit end stream? Am I the one hitting the button?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay.